options or procedures. This pattern shows how someone reasons in a given context. Do they continually look for new ways to do things, or do they prefer to follow established procedures? Options or procedures is about operational style or motivational reason. A person can basically organise tasks, situations and life in one of two ways: options or procedures. They can search for and use options. What are all the different ways I can do this? Or they can create and look for the procedure, the one right way. Each lives in a very different world, and it's useful to consider the options procedures filters as skills. Being able to design a procedure and then carry it out is an effective way to operate. How much of your life do you give to routines? Where on the scale would you sit? Let's have a look at options people. They're motivated by opportunities and possibilities. They continually look for better ways of doing things. Is there a way to bend or break the rules? They can create procedures, but may have great difficulty in following them because there'll always be a better way of doing it tomorrow. Options people do not feel compelled to finish things. So how do you find out if you're with an options person? Well, you might ask them why they chose their current context, and you'll get an answer with a list of criteria, words like could, what if, might. Always concerned with choice and possibility. So let's stick with the gym example. Options person, why did you choose the running machine? And they might answer, well, I could have gone on the cross trainer, and I thought that might have been too much on the calves. So I thought, what if my calves got too big? However, I was going to start with weights and then thought that might not burn enough calories. So I changed my mind and went for the running machine. However, I need to check actually on the spin classes, which really burn up the fat faster than this. So I might do that in a minute. The influencing language for options people are words or phrases like opportunity, choice, break the rules, just for you, another, better way, unlimited possibilities, an alternative, that's one way, here are the options, the sky's the limit, etc. So what about procedures people? Well, they like to follow a set way of doing something. There's a right way to do something and they will follow that procedure every time. Absence of a procedure can leave them feeling lost, and in groups they may resist deviation from standard operating procedures. And once they've embarked on a procedure, they have to get to its end. So if they were asked a why question, they would probably answer it with a how answer. You'd see no evidence of choice, and they'll use words like must, have to, should, and they'll give lots of facts. So let's go back to the gym, and let's ask the procedures person why they chose the running machine. And this is how they might answer. Well, I have to be on this one. When I joined the gym, the personal trainer took me through the program detailing the equipment and time to dedicate to each, which I have to follow for the results I'm looking for. So I'm 12 minutes into my session and I'm on the running machine now, which is just up from the cross trainer, which I have to use in 18 minutes time. So I've come in via the mats where I did my stretches for 5 minutes, and then it's just up from there to this machine for the running session. The influencing language for procedures people is things like the right way, step by step, first and then, tried and true, reliable. How to use this, just follow the procedure. The procedure is the proven methodology, etc. I think it's very helpful to know if someone prefers options or procedures and where they sit on that scale. Because if you're with an options person, you should expect that they're going to choose to do things their way, if they can. So the focus with them needs to be on what they want or what they're trying to avoid. Where following a procedure is strictly necessary, it needs to be seen as the best option. Options people need help to see when they don't have a choice, as they are likely to be able to change their mind at any moment, and sometimes frequently do, and unexpectedly, as the new ideas occur to them in the moment. Procedures people tend to value efficiency and productivity. They like to do things by the book and follow a course of action with a clearly defined step or processes. They can become impatient and even irritated if presented with a range of options or choices, if they see a best practice which can be followed. So, before beginning a project, they need to know what the steps are, what the timetable is, and what is the criteria for success. If you're with a procedures person, expect that they want to do things the right way and that they will struggle to perceive choice. So, what you need to think about is whether they can work with a procedure that reviews all the options and the alternatives. Becoming aware of your preferences in the area of reasoning is the first step in not being ruled by it. A blind spot has been lifted. Plus, we can change anytime we like. That said, the most immediate value of this reasoning meta pattern is the insight it gives you into a person's preferences and why they may be different from you. When you recognise they're not wrong and just different, you can better understand and get on with them. So, people are not their meta patterns. Please remember that. The meta patterns identify habitual patterns of thinking and behaviour rather than personalities. Very few people operate exclusively at one end of the continuum, except perhaps when under stress. Most of us will tend to be towards one end or towards the other. Our preferences may change with the situation too. We may need to be procedural in getting the children ready for school and then become quite options when we arrive at work. Recognising when you do and when you don't have a choice is the key for us all, options or procedurally inclined. If you want to learn more about meta patterns and enjoy a profiling session with me, please contact David at worklifedevelopment.co.uk or call me in the UK on 01273 323388. I can conduct profiling for meta patterns face-to-face, via Skype, over the phone, or through a questionnaire. Thank you for watching my video.